southern tip of Africa, South Africa covers approximately 471,445 square miles, which is about 1,221,037 square kilometers, and is home to a population of more than 65 million people. Although much of the country has a dry climate, it has built one of the most modern and efficient agricultural industries on the African continent. Every year, South Africa's agricultural sector generates more than 500 billion South African rand in total value. Of that, 266 to 269 billion South African rand, which is about 14 to 15 billion United States dollars, comes from exports. Millions of tons of fruit, grains, meat, wine, and many other premium agricultural products from South Africa are now shipped to more than 100 countries around the world. So, what has enabled this nation at the southern edge of Africa to build an agricultural industry that competes on the global stage? The answer lies not only in its fertile land or favorable climate, but also in decades of large-scale mechanization, the adoption of advanced technology, sophisticated irrigation systems, continuous crop breeding research, and a network of seaports that connects directly to some of the world's most demanding markets. Today, join MegaFarmEcho as we take a deep dive into South African agriculture. From the famous Pinotage vineyards of Western Cape to the vast apple orchards, the Macadamia farms of Limpopo, modern livestock operations, and the cutting-edge technologies that have transformed South Africa into one of Africa's leading modern agricultural powerhouses. Let us get started. Our first stop is Western Cape, the heart of South Africa's wine industry and the country's most famous grape-growing region. Around 90 to 95% of all wine grapes grown in South Africa come from this province, thanks to its Mediterranean climate, with hot, dry summers and cool winters that create ideal conditions for grape cultivation. Today, South Africa is not only the largest wine producer in Africa, but also ranks among the top 10 wine-producing countries in the world. Every year, the grape and wine industry generates billions of United States dollars in revenue, with bottles bearing the South African label reaching more than 100 countries and territories worldwide. The most famous of them is Stellenbosch, located about 31 miles, which is approximately 50 kilometers from Cape Town. It is widely regarded as the wine capital of South Africa. The region is home to more than 150 wineries, including world-renowned estates such as Kanonkop Wine Estate, Spear Wine Farm, Boschendal Wine Estate, De Laer Graaf Estate, along with many other state-of-the-art wineries. Beyond Stellenbosch, famous wine-growing regions such as Franschhoek, often called the Wine Valley, Paarl, Constantia, Robertson, Worcester, Swartland, Breedekloof, and Elgin together form one of the largest wine-producing regions in the Southern Hemisphere. Farmers here cultivate many internationally recognized grape varieties, including Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Shiraz, also known as Syrah, Chenin Blanc, Chardonnay, and Sauvignon Blanc. Most notably, they grow Pinotage, South Africa's signature grape variety, which was originally developed in the country and has become the defining symbol of its wine industry. Unlike the lush vineyards of France or Italy, many South African vineyards are planted across semi-arid landscapes, where summer temperatures can climb above 113 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 45 degrees Celsius. Rainfall is limited, and the soil often becomes dry and hardened beneath the intense sun. To adapt to these demanding conditions, grapevines are trained along steel trellis systems that allow the canopy to receive more even sunlight, improve air circulation, and reduce the risk of pests and diseases. Modern vineyards have also embraced mechanization throughout nearly every stage of vineyard management. Specialized tractors travel between the rows, pulling pruning equipment, leaf removal machines, and crop protection sprayers that improve efficiency while ensuring consistent vine growth across the entire vineyard. Many growers rely on tractors from John Deere, New Holland, Massey Ferguson, and Fendt, combined with specialized vineyard equipment from Pellenc and Collard, for pruning and canopy management. Water is supplied through reservoirs, dams, and automated drip irrigation systems that deliver carefully calculated amounts of water and nutrients directly to the base of every vine. Many vineyards also integrate automated fertilizer injection systems, soil moisture sensors, and weather monitoring stations that track growing conditions in real time, helping conserve water while maximizing yields under dry climate conditions. Throughout the growing season, vineyard workers regularly monitor brix levels, berry size, color, and the development of each grape cluster using specialized equipment to determine sugar content and ripeness. Grape samples are also collected and analyzed on a regular basis to identify the ideal harvest date. After about 2 to 3 years of careful cultivation, once the vines begin producing stable yields and the grape clusters reach commercial quality, the harvest season officially begins. For grapes destined for export or premium wine production, most harvesting is still done by hand to ensure the highest possible quality. Workers carefully select each cluster based on ripeness, color, firmness, and stem condition before using specialized pruning shears to cut the grapes, minimizing contact that could damage the fruit's delicate natural protective coating. On some large commercial vineyards that produce grapes primarily for winemaking, specialized grape harvesters are also used to improve efficiency during the busy harvest season. Right in the vineyard, any grapes that are undersized, cracked, soft, or otherwise below quality standards are removed immediately. The remaining premium grape clusters are carefully placed into specialized trays before being transported to processing facilities. At modern packing and processing centers, the grapes move through sorting lines equipped with cameras and optical sensors that automatically detect and remove fruit that does not meet quality standards. The grapes are then rapidly cooled, stored in refrigerated facilities, and packed according to export specifications before being shipped in refrigerated containers to markets across Europe, Asia, and North America. Grapes intended for winemaking are transported to wineries, where they pass through a series of advanced production stages, including destemming, crushing, juice extraction, fermentation in stainless steel tanks equipped with automated temperature control systems, wine filtration, bottling, corking, and labeling on highly automated production lines. Together, these processes produce wines that meet international quality standards. Thanks to favorable natural conditions, combined with advanced mechanization, modern technology, and rigorous quality control, South African grapes are known for their balanced sweetness, rich flavor, excellent storage life, and consistently high quality. These strengths have helped South Africa's grape and wine industry become one of the greatest success stories in modern African agriculture. If vineyards have made South Africa the wine capital of Africa, then apples have become one of South Africa's most successful export crops. Today, South Africa is the largest apple producer in Africa and one of the leading apple exporters in the Southern Hemisphere. Every year, apple orchards cover approximately 59,300 to 64,200 acres, which is about 24,000 to 26,000 hectares, producing 1.1 to 1.3 million short tons, or roughly 1.0 to 1.2 million metric tons of apples. Of that total, around 517,000 to 717,000 short tons, which is approximately 500,000 to 650,000 metric tons, are exported to more than 100 countries and territories around the world. About 90% of the country's apple production is concentrated in Western Cape, particularly in well-known growing regions such as Ceres, Graubu, Elgin, Villiersdorp, and Langkloof. Mild weather, winters that provide sufficient chilling hours, and dry summers create ideal conditions for growing world-famous varieties, including Royal Gala, Granny Smith, Pink Lady, Fuji, Golden Delicious, Top Red, and Crips Red. One of the greatest advantages of South Africa's apple industry is that the harvest season runs from January through May, exactly when many countries in the Northern Hemisphere are out of season. This gives South African apples an important advantage in demanding markets such as the United Kingdom, Germany, the Netherlands, India, Malaysia, Vietnam, the United Arab Emirates, and many others. However, apple production in South Africa also faces significant challenges. Increasingly dry conditions, unpredictable rainfall, and growing pressure to conserve water have pushed farms to invest heavily in modern agricultural technologies to maintain consistent yields and premium fruit quality. Today, most commercial apple orchards are mechanized throughout nearly every stage of orchard management. Specialized tractors move between the tree rows, pulling pruning equipment, canopy management machines, sprayers, and many other specialized implements. Drip irrigation systems, combined with automated fertilizer injection, soil moisture sensors, and weather monitoring stations, allow growers to monitor orchard conditions in real time and precisely adjust water and nutrient applications throughout every stage of the growing season. When harvest season arrives, around 80 to 90% of apples destined for export are still picked entirely by hand to ensure the highest possible quality. Workers use three-legged orchard ladders, specialized picking bags, and orchard carts to gently harvest each apple while preserving both the stem and the fruit's natural protective coating. The apples are then carefully placed into large field bins before being transported to the packing facility. On some large commercial orchards, mobile harvesting platforms are also used to lift workers into the tree canopy while helping transport harvested apples directly to collection bins, reducing physical labor and improving harvest efficiency. Even so, fully autonomous apple-picking robots have not yet been widely adopted because export-quality apples require exceptionally careful handling. After leaving the orchard, the apples are transported by forklift to modern packing lines. There, every apple is washed, polished, and inspected using artificial intelligence-powered camera systems and optical sensors capable of evaluating size, color, surface defects, and, on some production lines, even the internal quality of the fruit. Apples that meet export standards are automatically packed and stored in controlled atmosphere storage facilities, where temperature and oxygen levels are precisely regulated, allowing the fruit to maintain its quality for many months before export. In addition to being sold as fresh fruit, part of the harvest is processed into apple juice, concentrated apple juice, dried apples, apple jam, apple sauce, apple pie filling, and fermented apple cider, creating even greater value across the entire industry. Finally, the finished shipments are loaded into refrigerated containers and transported to major seaports before being exported around the world. Thanks to a modern cold chain logistics network and rigorous quality control from the orchard all the way to the packing facility, South African apples have earned an outstanding reputation for their vibrant color, crisp texture, rich flavor, and exceptional storage life, making them one of the country's signature agricultural exports. Leaving behind the vineyards and apple orchards of Western Cape, our journey continues to Limpopo, South Africa's largest macadamia growing region and one of the world's leading centers for producing this premium nut. Today, South Africa ranks among the world's largest producers and exporters of macadamia nuts. The country has approximately 235,000 to 247,000 acres of macadamia orchards, which is about 95,000 to 100,000 hectares, producing around 99,000 to 110,000 short tons, or approximately 90,000 to 100,000 metric tons of macadamia nuts in their shells each year, depending on weather conditions and the size of the harvest. Most of the crop is exported to more than 40 countries, including China, the United States, member states of the European Union, Japan, South Korea, and Vietnam. Every year, the macadamia industry generates hundreds of millions of United States dollars in export revenue, making it one of South Africa's most valuable agricultural sectors. Limpopo alone accounts for roughly 40 to 45% of the country's macadamia growing area. Well-known production regions such as Tzaneen, Levubu, and Makado enjoy a subtropical climate with warm, humid summers and favorable rainfall, creating ideal conditions for macadamia trees. Following Limpopo is the province of Mpumalanga, with major growing areas around Mbombela, White River, and Barberton. Macadamias are also cultivated in KwaZulu-Natal, Eastern Cape, and parts of Northwest Province. Across orchards spanning hundreds or even thousands of acres, which is hundreds or even thousands of hectares, growers carefully select varieties such as Beaumont, 816, A4, 695, 788, 791, 842, Nelmac 1, and Nelmac 2, depending on soil conditions, climate, and production goals. Among these, Beaumont is one of the most widely planted varieties because it begins producing nuts relatively early and delivers consistently high yields. Varieties such as 816, A4, and 842 are especially valued for their large kernels, high kernel recovery rates, attractive appearance, and excellent export quality. Unlike apples or grapes, which are picked directly from the tree, commercial macadamias are usually harvested only after the mature nuts naturally fall to the ground. That is why one of the most important tasks before harvest is keeping the orchard floor level, free of weeds, and clear of fallen branches and leaves so the nuts can be collected quickly while minimizing losses. Throughout the growing season, modern orchards rely on specialized tractors to pull mowing equipment, branch shredders, sprayers, and many other orchard maintenance implements. Drip irrigation systems, paired with automated fertilizer injection, deliver precisely measured amounts of water and nutrients directly to each tree's root zone. Many farms also use soil moisture sensors, weather monitoring stations, and orchard management software to track rainfall, temperature, irrigation demand, and tree growth across different sections of the orchard. These technologies reduce water consumption, optimize fertilizer use, and help minimize production risks as weather patterns become increasingly unpredictable. When harvest season begins, ripe macadamia nuts fall naturally to the ground and are collected either by hand or by machine, depending on the terrain and the size of the operation. In large orchards with relatively flat ground, self-propelled macadamia harvesters or tractor-pulled collection machines are used to speed up harvesting. Rotating brushes or rollers sweep the nuts into windrows before feeding them into the machine. A powerful stream of air then removes dry leaves, dust, small branches, and other lightweight debris from the nuts. The cleaned macadamias are transferred into onboard storage bins or unloaded directly into collection containers before being transported by truck. Depending on machine design, nut density, and ground conditions, a modern harvesting system can collect several short tons of macadamias each day, which is several metric tons, making it significantly faster than harvesting entirely by hand. In orchards with steep slopes, uneven terrain, or irregular tree spacing, workers still collect the nuts manually or with smaller support equipment. As a result, South Africa's macadamia industry combines skilled manual labor with mechanized harvesting rather than relying on a single approach across every orchard. Immediately after leaving the orchard, the macadamias are transported to processing facilities where dehusking machines remove the green outer husk. This step must be completed quickly to prevent fermentation, heat buildup, or any decline in kernel quality. Once the husks have been removed, the nuts are cleaned, roughly sorted, and transferred into drying systems. There, batch dryers or continuous drying systems slowly reduce the moisture content over the course of several days. The drying process must be carefully controlled for temperature, humidity, and airflow. If the nuts dry too quickly, the oil-rich kernels inside can shrink, crack, or develop undesirable flavor changes. On the other hand, if the moisture content remains too high, mold can develop, making long-term storage impossible. Once the nuts reach the proper moisture level, they move to shell cracking machines. Carefully calibrated rollers or cracking mechanisms break the hard shells while minimizing damage to the valuable kernels inside. The percentage of whole kernels is one of the most important factors determining the commercial value of macadamias. The more intact, uniformly sized, light-colored, and defect-free the kernels are, the higher their market value. After shelling, the kernels move through advanced sorting lines. Optical cameras inspect color, size, and visible external defects, while some processing plants also use sensors or X-ray systems to detect internal defects that cannot be seen with the naked eye. Kernels that fail to meet quality standards are removed or redirected into other processed products. Premium kernels continue through additional grading based on size, quality, and whole kernel percentage before being packaged. At modern processing companies, such as Global Macadamias, Green Farms Nut Company, Mayo Max, and Golden Macadamias, many stages of production, from shelling and drying to sorting and packaging, have been highly mechanized and automated. Macadamia kernels intended for export are often vacuum-packed or flushed with nitrogen gas to reduce oxidation, preserve their crisp texture, and protect their naturally high oil content throughout long-distance shipping. Beyond selling whole kernels, South Africa also processes macadamias into roasted nuts, salted roasted macadamias, honey-coated macadamias, chocolate-covered macadamias, macadamia butter, macadamia milk, macadamia oil, cookies, ice cream, and a wide range of premium confectionery products. Macadamia oil is also widely used in the cosmetics industry to produce skin creams, hair care oils, and massage oils because of its naturally high concentration of beneficial fats. From tiny nuts that fall to the orchard floor to premium products displayed on store shelves around the world, South Africa's entire macadamia industry is built on the combination of favorable natural conditions, high-yielding tree varieties, advanced farm mechanization, and precision processing technology. High kernel recovery rates, a rich buttery flavor, natural crispness, and rigorous quality control have enabled South African macadamias to compete in some of the world's most demanding markets, while making Limpopo one of the world's most important macadamia production centers.